them off their cell phone data, and they were driving a stolen car when they killed him in the parking lot. But the point was, my reporter was killed, and both individuals charged with murder won. The police said it's also racially motivated because they both talked about how they love killing that white guy. So we're told there's not these crime waves. We're told this isn't going on.
There's a lot of that. There's a lot of I love to kill white people going on, and it's tolerated and celebrated.
Well, remember what happened with Charlie Kirk? I mean, tens of thousands of leftists just saying, kill his family, kill his wife, kill all the Republicans. And then take this attorney general candidate that's been in the lead, Jones, in Virginia. He said the same thing they keep saying. The same thing people said about Charlie Kirk's wife. Kill her and her kids and her parents because they're all racist. Because they
so he's in the kill the whites. He said
he said kill these legislators, and he said their names, and kill their kids.
All white legislators.
Yeah, all white. He said, kill these white people and kill their kids, and then to teach their wife a lesson. So he says, we're literally going to leave your white women.
This guy's running for attorney general.
Yes.
Right.
And I think he's still getting, 45% of Democrats supporting him.
And they won't decry him. And the reason I go back to that, folks, is we've been so taught, it's totally a lie, that only whites can be tribal. All humans are tribal. And because whites
don't seem tribal at all.
I was about to say, since whites have had it bred out of us to not be tribal, we're like a dodo bird. True story dodo birds. They pull up at Galapagos Island. There's this giant bird twice the size of a turkey, huge amounts of meat on it, never had a natural predator. It just walks right into settlers. They can just whack it on the head with an oar. And within a few years, there were no more dodo birds. Anybody's ever been around a sanctuary that has big fences around deer that have ever been hunted, they just walk right up to you.
Oh, yeah.
It's the same thing. So that's how white Westerners are. It's literally like deer being dumped out in northern Canada with wolf packs.
Yeah. I'm white. I don't feel tribal, really, at all. I never have thought that way. I mean, in fact, I've tried not to think that way because I think it's, bad. It leads to division and war. But yeah, no, they're the only ones who are that way. Everyone else is totally tribal, openly tribal. They're encouraged to be tribal.
Well, that's because in the West...
Well, I believe that we're supposed to be tribal right now, and it's for protection. It's not for, we want to promote war like these insane people that are legitimately suggesting let's kill all the rest of these people and kill their families, kill the fathers and children with lists, mind you, of names that they're going to go after to make it look like a complete massacre over white people, farmers, Christians. I think it's absolutely insanity what we're experiencing in America based on these people that want us to believe that it's okay for them to come after us, threaten us, do fraud on the highest levels, and then suggest that they're not the ones doing the harm. That's how they're actually acting. Is like, you're the harm here, not our crimes. Not our crimes. You're the criminals. And it's just snaky bullshit.
The Renaissance was about Christianity and technical skills and what you brought to the table and a meritocracy.
Yeah.
And so Christians are like, hey, we can bring in other groups if it's a meritocracy, which you can do. Yeah. Charlie Kirk, the fake quotes are, black women can't fly planes, they're dumb. Said nothing even close to that. No, he said, you don't have a big enough pool of black women trying to be pilots. If you had a big enough pool and enough training, they're great, but you can't lower standards. That's not black women are dumb and can't fly planes. But that's what they do, is they misrepresent this, and then they create this existential envy, the globalist trillionaire class, so that while we're all fighting with each other, divide and conquer, they can rule over us. It's that simple. Their big fear is the classic American system of meritocracy. But if you get rid of the meritocracy and just say, we're going to put this guy in who's an illegal alien in Iowa over a huge school district, and yeah, he doesn't have a degree of any type. And then when he got busted with guns running from the police, the left came out and rioted and protested and said, we don't care if he doesn't have a degree. We don't care if he's a liar. We don't care if he's an illegal alien. We want an illegal alien with a criminal record who doesn't have a high school degree being our superintendent of schools, one of the biggest school districts in the country. I mean, they're at war with meritocracy. They're at war with, but there's there's meritocracy in the NFL and the NBA and in golf, because in sports is the final frontier they want to get rid of, because people can see it's about, the whole world really is a meritocracy. And so there are people of every color and group that can excel, but you've got to actually excel. You get rid of meritocracy, civilization collapses. The modern West has been about meritocracy. And that is the unifier. You can have anything you want, you can be anybody you want, but you've got to be able to execute and perform it.
Can't sleep.
Perform it.
Once you get rid of that, then you just revert to tribalism.
Absolutely.
Then it's just, I'm promoting my cousin.
Yes.
Or let's have all my friends from, Delhi come here.
And I've got a bigger gang than you, and so we're going to be in charge.
Right.
And then the gangs squat in the ruins of the once great civilization, just like when the Visigoths and Ostrogoths sacked Rome in 410. And then it all just collapsed and grew into wilderness in a few years, and everybody left it because it was just a big empty tomb.
Yeah, it's the Bombay train station with trees growing out of the windows. Yeah, no, I've seen it a lot around the world, and that can't happen here, but it feels like we're moving toward that very, very quickly. So how do you stop that?
You have to recognize that the Larry Finks and others think they're above the law. They think they're invincible. They've got their big...
It's more than that, I'm sorry. They hate us, actually. There is hatred. It's not just neglect. It's not just, I'm in it for the money. Larry Fink could probably have made more money without ESG, actually.
Oh, I agree. I was about to say.
So it's not it, but the point of ESG is to destroy the civilization. And what's the point there? It's not just so they can leave in their escape pod. It's because they hate the civilization.
Exactly. In fact, they're suicide bombers. They're economic, cultural suicide bombers. I was about to say, Larry Fink, one time I was flying in a private jet, somebody I was flying with, over Connecticut. They go, look,
great way to say it.
Compound. You can see the big fences and thousands of acres and security guard stations. The point is, he thinks he can wage war against us, and that he's to be insulated. He's got to be exposed. He's got to be spotlighted, of course. And we got to let him know that we're going to blame you. So you think you can replace Klaus Schwab because he's so unpopular? Well, you're going to be more unpopular than him. So I totally agree. We have to admit that they're waging war on us.
But they're doing it for a reason. It's not just to make money. I mean, I think the Sacklers are smart. They probably could have made money doing a lot of things. But instead it was selling poison to Appalachia. And at some point you got to think, well, they knew that, of course. They knew what they were doing. And they had to have taken a certain joy in killing all those people.
At the end of the day, in 1917, British intelligence working with a lot of Russian emigres to New York put 100,000 men into Russia and sent Stalin's train of gold in, and they took them years to control the whole country. They got control of the capital city, and then they just sent out the commissars to the peasants, thought they were being liberated from the czars and feudalism. They said it was 20 times worse, and they just raped and killed and murdered tens of millions of them. And so at the end of the day, whatever the deal is with the left, they want to kill Christian farmers. And they want to kill Christian white farmers. But you saw the UN, and
that is true. I spent a long time not wanting to admit to myself that that's true, but then you just look globally, what is this? What connects everything? It's a hostility to that group. I don't know where that hostility comes from. It's a flawed group. All people are flawed. Every group is flawed. But that's, on par, pretty peaceable group, actually kind of nice people. Why the hatred? And I think it's Christianity. I really believe that.
And it's not just kill white.
It is. It's killing the sanctity of everything that has to deal with Christianity, Christendom in and of itself, the family unit, freedom of speech, rights that literally should be protected that are no longer being protected by the state. So the state wants to come after people suggesting that it's the state. There's no person named the state. The state was made by people for the people, but they're not acting in service of the people anymore. They're acting in service of themselves, their own servitude of interest. It's an interest that they take for themselves and their own movement, their own agendas. It's really sick what we're experiencing in this society of creepy people. Just all of a sudden, the spiritual awareness and the spirit, like we went from the age of information to the age of spirituality really quick, like that. And that we're in this age of spirituality. We have people legitimately trying to kill us, get away with it, and be protected in order to do so. It's gotta be the sickest type of crime that people are experiencing these days. I think I'm going to continue these reactions from Alex Jones, warns of the globalist death cult fueling the next civil war, with Tucker Carlson, because I like both of their viewpoints here, and I think that this is a very important message to be heard. So till next time in the next session, peace.